MS Radio is here to entertain, educate, and to give you a platform to get involved and be a part of something. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at MS Radio. You can also comment, request, or vote on WhatsApp numbers 061 423 9822 or 61 423 9822. Only on MS Radio. On the hour on MS Radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just 5 minutes after 9 on the 25th of April 2018. And here is me, Mr. Moda, your host, with your first news update. Vavi says the strike violence will not be tolerated. MPs call for Gupta's family's SA passports to be revoked immediately. Investec chairperson called K-word, feared for safety, caught hears. Magashule says ANC processes in place to address Mahuma Pello matter. Good morning. SAFTU Secretary General Zwelinzima Vavi says that no worker who chooses not to participate in today's national strike will be intimidated and condemns any calls for violence. SAFTU Secretary General Zwelinzima Vavi says that no worker who chooses not to participate in today's national strike will be intimidated and condemns any violence. The Trade Union Federation is expected to lead thousands of marchers in major cities including Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban and Bloemfontein to put pressure on government not to implement the 20 Rand per hour minimum wage bill. Vavi says the violence in the streets will not be tolerated. A lot of times people who call their managers to make such claims when they don't even exist are trying to find an excuse so that they are not disciplined or to be seen to be part of the action that was protesting in defense of their rights. So they would likely create non-existing stories that they are being intimidated when they are participating in a strike. The EFF and the Right to Know movement have also called on their members to join the mass action. Meanwhile, government has called on march organizers to ensure that chaos doesn't ensue around gathering points and has warned against any violence or disruptions around Parliament, and it is a national key point. Processes followed by the Home Affairs Department in naturalizing members of the Gupta family are set to come under scrutiny in Parliament. And the Gupta family are set to come under scrutiny in Parliament after months of deliberation. The Portfolio Committee has finally reached an agreement to conduct an inquiry into how they receive South African citizenship. MPs have also called for passports issued to members of the family to be revoked immediately, saying that they are being used to invade the law. They say that they've received conflicting information from Home Affairs Minister Malusi Gigaba, his predecessor Hlengiwe Mkhize and Director General Mkhuseli Apleni about the Gupta's naturalization. The committee says that it plans to conduct site visits to schools and businesses in the Northwest that receive donations and investments from the Guptas to determine the authenticity of supporting documents in their naturalization applications. Investec chairperson called K-Word feared for safety. Court hears. The Randburg Magistrate Court has heard how Investec chairperson Fani Titi apparently feared for his safety after being threatened by a friend and called the K-Word. Titi reportedly told the court that it's extremely egregious. Egregious or egregious. I'm not sure about that word there. For someone to call another the K-word as it portrays a level of danger. Peter Paul Ngwenya, Titi's longtime friend, is facing a criminal injury charge. The conflict comes from a business deal between the two that turned sour. The state is expected to call more witnesses in the case against Ngwenya. Ngwenya sent a text message to Titi in 2017 after their business relationship turned sour. The NPA's Pindilio says the state called its first witness on Monday. The case continues today and more witnesses will be called to testify. Several Northwest communities have turned to violent protests in demonstrating their dissatisfaction with their Premier Supra Mahumapelo. African National Congress Secretary General Ace Magashule says that the issue of the Northwest Premier stepping down or not is ongoing and discussions to put the matter to bed are happening. He says there are factors that need to be considered and that those issues are receiving the necessary attention. Several Northwest communities have turned to violent protests in demonstrating their dissatisfaction with the Premier. With several health facilities closed, Magashule says that the process is in place and they've actually mandated the president to deal with some government issues and that the ANC is continuing to deal with the organizational challenges and other issues. Looking at your weather, Cape Town is sitting at a low of 12 and a high of 30. We expect some rain showers there. JHB, very sunny at a low of 11 and a high of 25. Durban at a low of 20 and a high of 26. Very sunny there as well. Bloemfontein at a low of 8 and a high of 26. And it's very sunny. Pretoria, very sunny at a low of 12 and a high of 28. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your first news update. Next one coming up at 10 o'clock. Expect your sports update at 10:30. I go by the name of Mr. Moda, aka Fruity Star. Just to let you know, you tuned in too.
This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
Somebody on their way. Hold up, I would've grown all day. Hold up, somebody can't relate.
Black Panther.
Stay down with no faking. Go up, top down, I've been racing. Go up, she wild, I'm in dangerous. Go up, my crowd in rotation. Yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet?
Instant entertainment.
Are you on 10 yet?
Master place up, 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 master place up. This is the main ingredient, baby, on MS Radio.
Hold on then. How you think you're hiding from? Say hide from yourself. Hear me now. Check. Just remember this. Versatile. Yo, remember say God not slave. Just remember slave whenever you feel for rob and rape and kill. Whenever you want change. Remember God not slave. Him see what you do yesterday and all of what you keep on last slave. Remember say God not slave. Every time you out to make a wrong move, think before you do it. Because what? Him never chosen yet, him always wide awake. Never take no vacation. I go on no break. So if you feel so you can trick him, you making a mistake. No fake ticket can't get you through the pearly gate. So make a change before it's too late. Talking to the murderers and all who are thief and who are rape. Who see the route and try to deviate. Time for you just